Well, were you able to see the Northern Lights this weekend? Check out some of these photos that I took here from Central Ohio. Man, most of the United States treated to a celestial spectacle over the weekend. It was the strongest solar flare to hit Earth since October 2003, but predicting exactly when these events will happen is extremely tricky. Let's try to explain it in some easy to understand ways. First off, the sun flips its magnetic poles every 11 years. When it does that, it becomes more active. You get sunspots, you get solar flares, or these corona mass ejections. Think of it kind of like the sun sneezing. You get a quick burst of energy coming off of the sun. The National Weather Service has a space weather prediction center, and they try to predict when these waves of energy will reach the Earth. But keep in mind, the sun is 93 million miles away from us. So we can see when that sneeze or that burst of energy happens from the sun, but the tricky part is which direction is it going and how fast. It can travel as fast as 1,800 miles per second or as slow as 150 miles per second. The difference between those two, that energy could arrive to Earth in as little as maybe 14 hours or as long as 172 hours, which is about 7 days. But keep in mind, we don't have a lot of instruments out there in space. So for the first 92 million miles from the sun, there's no satellites. However, 1 million miles above the Earth's surface, we do have a satellite that can tell us how strong that wave of energy is about to be. It's called Lagrange point number 1, and it is the perfect position in the gravitational field between the sun and the Earth, where it will always stay right there between both of those. But it's only about 1 million miles ahead of us. So that means that we only get about a 20 to 40 minute heads up of how much energy is about to impact us here on Earth. Let's do another example. Let's say someone's traveling across the country to come visit you. You know what time they left, you know approximately how fast they're going to go. But you don't really know exactly when they're going to be on your doorstep until maybe 20 minutes out they call and give you a heads up of, hey, I'm right around the corner, I'll be there shortly. So since the sun is on these 11-year cycles, that means we're heading into the next few years being pretty active where you might see this happen a little bit more often. Now keep in mind there's a lot of variables that go into it, but we're going to pass along the information as we get it, so hopefully you can check out those Northern Lights again.